this DaBaby album, the third one in what, a year at this point?
Yeah, fourth full length in like less than a year and a half because he had that blank blank project come out in November 2018. So yeah, a lot of output in a short amount of time from DaBaby, who has not been in the, I think, mainstream consciousness for much more than just that time period. So it's definitely a flood the zone strategy. And of course, this is coming off of his pretty prolific feature run in 2019 as well. So
Mm-hmm.
he's not slowing down, that's certainly for sure.
Yeah, he's putting in that work, and he's really blown up. I think over the past year. I think when we reviewed Kirk, we talked about how it seemed like him and Megan the Stallion were the two biggest risers from the past year. Especially like the Suge music video gained a lot of attention, a lot of acclaim. So DaBaby's profile obviously rising. We were pretty, I think, I'd say lukewarm on Kirk. I think that we liked it, but we were like, yeah, we think the baby can go up a level, or maybe should find some new creative avenues. Is Blame It on Baby, his newest album, a sign of growth for Baby?
Uh, Plainly, no. But he does attempt to do things a little differently in spurts. The problem is he's not a good singer. So it didn't work. No, I think this is my least favorite of the four now full lengths we've gotten in the past year and a half. Blame It on Baby. There's some moments for sure. You still get the, appealing punchline rap, the heavy bass drums that we associate with his sound. But, on Kirk, the first song intro is DaBaby being really introspective and telling you a personal story, something he doesn't do all that often. There's no sign of that this time around. And when he's doing this, the same old DaBaby flow, I don't think anything really hits that great. Nothing really rises up. I'd say, again, like his features last year, the way he can play with guests on this, I think, were my favorite moments. But overall, I found this pretty disappointing, and unfortunately, it was just kind of reminding me of how Migos recently just kind of was giving us diminishing returns after such a triumphant, rise. So, yeah, I thought this was pretty mediocre.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with this too much. After listening to Baby on Baby and Kirk, I was expecting a little bit more from this, and I think that was a bit naive of me, because I think really what we're seeing is DaBaby riding a wave right now, and the wave is just very samey, and that's kind of how I felt listening to this album a lot. Other than when the features kind of jumped in and Baby would play off them and inject a little bit of life in, I kind of found myself feeling like a lot of these songs sounded very similar, and even Baby's flow, especially in like the first half of the album, he starts to switch it up, but I feel like it's very much the same type of cadence throughout, and I'm just like, needs a little I don't know, a little spicing up of this. It's just
right.
Something different,
Like a song like Find My Way, he's using a different vocal inflection, but it's still the same flow. So who cares, Yeah. And you'd like he has like, I think, solid technical ability, and he's pretty good on the mic. You'd think he'd be able to diversify this. So it doesn't seem like he's just tried that hard at this point, And yeah, the attempts to try and get a little more melodic, I think, just completely fall flat. I think there's one moment where he sounds okay, but that's certainly, I think, not the direction to go. And I think to make matters worse, even I think Roddy Ricch wasn't even that good on his feature on this. But I think the two songs that jumped out to me were Jump with NBA Youngboy. I actually liked how they traded verses, but that chemistry was good. I like that one. And then I think the obvious highlight is Nasty with Ashanti and Megan Thee Stallion. Those two had previously linked on Cash Shit last year off Megan's debut tape, or second tape. And Ashanti, nice to hear from her. That's not something we say all that often. So other than that, I really was pretty bored with it.
I didn't mind Drop with A Boogie, A Boogie, who has he dropped an album that we've talked about in a long time?
Did not talk about the last one.
Okay,
that's actually the last two. I didn't like the most recent one, but Hoodie Season from early 2019. I like that one. That was good.
We skipped over that one, but I feel like every time he jumps on, I'm like, yeah, that's it's something decently interesting. But that's kind of the sad thing is that's where I'm at with this album. Even the decent showings, I'm like, huh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That one stood out. Um, but yeah, I agree. I think Nasty is by far the standout for this. I also thought I liked the album cover, having
Yep,
the mask on, very much of
yep,
the
that's good.
moment. So DaBaby, I think he's one of these stars that really rides on the current cultural wave that he's on, and maybe after this he'll slow down a little bit and focus on a different project, but ride that wave, man. Get cash those checks.